Anything? Right, there we go. Now let me do all this again. So, in the current track layout that we have at Derby, platform 5 is a bay platform, right? So you can't access that coming from Chesterfields. And Spondon is currently MCB CCTV, as we know. And then, of course, if we look in October 2018, this, of course, is from control at the East Midlands Control Centre. So if we go down, you see, we're going to gain a platform. So platform 6 will be moved, actually will be new. Platform 5 will be filled in to extend platform 4 and 5 properly. Platform 5, of course, will move from the bay. Platform 6 will move from where it currently is across to the previous goods line onto this new platform. Platforms 1, 2, 3 and 4 will stay the exact same. But there are some alterations to the track, like there's going to be a crossover. So it looks actually like... I get it. So trains coming off of Spondon and the Midland Main Line, the looks of this, are only going to be able to use platforms 3, 4, 5 and 6. Trains from London St Pancras and Long Eaton Way will not be able to use platforms 1 and 2. So basically platforms 1 and 2 are focused for the up Tamworth line towards North Staffordshire Junction out towards Chesterfield and Matlock. Trains, of course, will then, for the other lines, be using platforms 3, 4, 5 and 6. Cross country, looked at, like the Nottinghams and that, will only be using platform 3 and 4. I know you don't get it, Oliver, it is complicated to explain. Basically, the trains that currently use platform 1 from, like, Sheffield, from London St Pancras, for example, or Nottingham, heading to Matlock or Sheffield, will no longer be able to use platform 1 or 2 as of October, and will only be able to use platforms 3, 4, 5 and 6. Spondon will be going MCBOD. There is plans to remove the spare 2 tracks, one outside the crossing and one inside the crossing under the footbridge. Spondon will be going, I think, SPX, and will of course only keep its 2 lines. It will be shrunk down. The wigwag will start being moved in during the middle of this month. Let's have a look at what the descriptions of the work have to say. Here's roadworks.org for Spondon. So now we find the earliest one that we can. Looks to be the 13th to 15th of January. Spondon Level Crossing Spondon Level Crossing works, hours of work 1800 hours on the 13th to 1700 hours on the 15th. That's basically a full 2 days of move works at Spondon. SPX, Wellowgate, Garden Street. The current barriers that most places have. Getting rid of the Field and Grant because, well, they're not common anymore and health and safety gets in the way because they've got a camel toe, they're not safe. I agree. So yeah, 13th and 15th of January upgrade is just removal works at Spondon. 8th, which is, when's the 8th? Hang on. Within the next week, next Monday, will be a survey to assess the existing lighting at the level crossing and undertake lighting design accommodation ready for the new crossing. Where everything is going to go. Then we go into the 7th to, no, we go into the 10th to 12th of February, which is more works between 21:30 on the 10th and 05:30 on the 12th of February, which again will be wigwag removal and all that. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with the footbridge. Because, you know, currently the barrier that side, I mean, like, as you're coming down the hill from Spondon Pub, I think it's Nottingham platform, the barrier hits into the back of the footbridge and basically is inside the bridge. Are they going to have to move the bridge or remove the current barrier and add the SPX in a very awkward style? How are they going to do it? Then we move on, of course, to the major one between the... Hang on. I can't give it up. Here we are. Between the 7th of April and the 5th of September, level crossing upgrade works. Between these dates, the 7th of April and the 5th of September. There'll be no access through Spondon, and the railway line will be closed. Of course, replacement buses from your favourite stations, Nottingham, Beeston and Derby, to let you link the one part of the Midland Main Line to the other. Trains won't run at all through Derby. There were buses from Chesterfield through to Derby, through to Tamworth, out to Birmingham. Matlock trains, of course, will run up to Nottingham from Newark only. The other part will run as a bus through to Matlock. Yeah, 7th of April to the 5th of September, no trains on the Midland Main Line between Long Eaton, Derby, Chesterfield and Burton-on-Trent and Tutbury and Hatton due to level crossing and railway upgrade works. It's not just Spondon crossing, like you saw from the proposed track diagram. The whole track's been relayed as well. That's why it's expected to be a long time. Now, if all goes to plan, I shall be at Spondon testing its permit to travel car parking machine and do a before and after of the crossing. East Midlands Trains will lose money on what it normally gets, yes, Oliver. It will lose, oh god, according to statistics, about £125,000 of passenger money on first class, because there's no first class on a coach. No trains Nottingham Long Eaton, no, that'll be a bus. Because then there's no turn around point at Long Eaton. The tracks at Long Eaton are not bi-directional, so no. They might just terminate those trains. They kind of terminate those at East Midlands Parkway, can't they? Because I think like the only platform there that's bi-directional is platform 4. But yeah, so the 7th, between the 7th of April and the 5th of September, no trains on the Midland Main Line near Derby or Nottingham. Replacement buses right throughout. Of course, money will be lost and everything. Yeah, same like that, Transport 2004, it's all the same. Now, we've got track work, and I know it is going to be a very intense project to do, because April to September does seem like a while. But like the majority of the time they're doing that, will be health and safety. As you saw when Top Gear did roadworks. It was listed to take like, what, 2-3 days health and safety, and then the remainder of the time on with the work, so this could still be quite rushed. As far as I know from this, from April to August, might just be fannying around with health and safety, and not any main work at all. Although the work at Derby is currently underway and the goods lines have been removed. Which is, of course, what the proposed plan here says. The goods line, which will be here, is taken out. I think, yeah, the line coming down be at the bottom of platform 6, not on it. These two lines, one's a bi-directional goods line, the other one is the pilot line. Don't ask me why it's called that. But here's the current track plan, of course, the 2017 here. Green is the goods line. Blue is the up and down main west. And of course, MCV is man control barrier with CCTV at Spondon. As part of the work, Spondon will be upgraded, and the whole track at Derby will be redone. It's going to be very intense, and hopefully SimSig will get the note and upgrade their routing as well. I've got to do a before and after at the station and at Spondon. Never mind, we should get it done. But that's all I have to tell you on Code Upgrade. Yeah, you're right there, Oliver. Most East Midlands buses won't turn up. They're supposed to go to Birmingham, where from Trainspotting 2004. If like Derby and that, you'll be getting a bus between wherever you go starting from. Let's say Chesterfield or Nottingham, you get a bus right through to at least Tamworth. But yeah, that was Code Upgrade, and I thought I'd tell you this to get some live reactions and see what you think of it. If you're watching this on demand, stick it in the comments. Thanks for watching this Code Upgrade. We'll see you with the upgrade.